Alright. Doing some building. Let me see what I can put here. Make it a little different. Huge fan of these new parts. Make sure that looks good from the side and everything. Probably don't want those. I wish we could actually put stuff on these shelves. Picking up echo. Let me turn that off. Not much you could do with editing these either. Be nice if you could at least change the color of the material on the top. Kind of building this sporadically, so I'll kind of build at one structure and then pop over to another. I want to get this door to work. I've been having a lot of issues lately with the electrical stuff. I've got this door and I've got a door on the pyramid I'm trying to get to work, but either I'm doing something wrong, which is probably the case, or the electrical stuff's not working as well as it used to, which could very well also be the case. But I got this door to work, just using a regular power switch. Not sure what I'm going to put in here, but this whole building is meant to be sort of like a laboratory. I'm a little scientist. I'm not sure what I did there. Okay, just missing a floor. But yeah, I've got a lot of detail work I want to put in this building. So far, all I've got is the... They are, right? You know, before they added all the new electrical stuff, they used to open automatically, flawlessly, perfectly. But now you've got to string them up yourself with all the different sensors. I think you need a proximity sensor and something else. In the tech power switches. Dude, I want to say it's the auto switch, this guy. But it may very well be the power inverter. Inverter, okay. Yeah, I've tried both ways, and a pyramid, for instance, I just, for now, have one of these taken out and until I get it wired up. But it's supposed to wire up where this opens. And this is where my teleporter is. But again, having issues with both the inverter and the other part. I've used both. I've tried different ways of doing it. And I've got these same doors on other builds, so I really think the electrical's just having issues. Right? I heard somebody say that teleporters aren't working properly right now either. So thankfully, I built some structures that didn't need doors. But yeah, I'll have to go back and get all that set up later. I think this building is done for now. It's supposed to be my armor. This is a little city I'm doing. When I first landed here, this NPC building that you see over here, and that one over there in that corner were both here, and they're right next to this big archive. And I was like, man, that looks like a great place for a city. And as I started building, a giant worm came out of the ground, and I was like, yeah, definitely building there. You know, I used to spend hours... Hey, Nico, what's up, dude? Thanks, man. Yeah, you've actually been here, too. I can't think of anything new I've added since the last time you were here. Oh, this. So, this to me was, you know, I knocked over that pillar, so no one's using it. You know, the worms here shake everything violently, so I made it look like that pillar fell over. And then, you know, since they're not using it for landing, I figured they'd probably just use it for storage, so... Hey, Dematch Smash, what's up, dude? So yeah, I'm just kind of working back and forth at the different buildings, kind of adding a couple details in one place and then moving to the next. This is my little bar here. I still got to put the bar stools, but got my food robot and a little lounge area. Not a lot of detail yet, you know. I'll come in here and add some stuff later, and yeah, pretty good, dude. Just doing some building. I think I've already got a song here. Nothing too complicated. It's really just 2 byte beats, so I didn't want to make it too complicated and then have the render be horrible. Got a little reggae feel to it. Hey, Beeblebum, what's up, dude? This is kind of a city build I'm working on. I found this spot that had 2 NPC structures right over there, and nice flat area, and it happens to be right here by this huge archive. And when I started building, a worm popped up out of the ground, so I was like, yeah, this is where I'm going to build my city. Because I've wanted to build a decent-sized city for a little while now, but with render issues and everything. So I figured I'm going to go for a smaller city and just have it really detailed until I can't put detail anymore. But got the basic stuff: a little church, a garage for the car to be worked on. Yeah, thanks, dude. Well, that's honestly thanks to Beeblebum's tutorial on pyramids, because it has the same exact top, so built that the same exact way. And if you haven't seen that tutorial, he makes a really good tutorial on pyramids. But yeah, that's how I was able to make the top of that and start that. And then I've been doing a lot of pyramids ever since I watched that tutorial. So, but yeah. I kind of made it look like, stuff hasn't been taken care of very much. Maybe the worms cause lots of damage. And honestly, you got this huge archive, which is basically a city. Maybe the people stopped visiting this place once they built that there. An all-in-one place. Why they need to come here? So, yeah, I've got collapsed ones. I've got it's kind of hard to make out some of the details, but I've went and kind of made some of these roughed up a little bit, look like it's not being maintained very well. Got signs falling off of stuff, pieces being replaced with different colors. I need to watch the tutorial you did on changing the textures, because I want to make this place rusty. This is kind of the one spot that doesn't fit in. I've got older looking structures all over the place, but I want to get rid of the default texture on this and kind of add some rust to it. I mean, even the archive kind of looks a little dingy, but yeah, that's where I'm at. Still kind of just bouncing back and forth between structures and adding little parts here and there, but I got some shops over here. This is kind of meant to be the welcome center. This is like the laboratory. Got my scientist in there. And, you'll land over here. No pirates. We don't like pirates here. And, I don't know, maybe there's a sign with, like, whatever rules we have going on here. But, still a lot of work to be done. I want to do a lot more details in here. You alright, kid? And then this is kind of meant to be, I don't know, like a hotel. Maybe a, quick little spot to, like, rest your head and keep going. But I've got to add details to that. These little rooms here. Let me see, get inside of there. I've got to add, more detail to this. I think most of the building is done. It just comes down to going and adding all the details that I like to add to make it feel like the place is, lived in or being used. Yeah, I'm having fun in the game again. There was a while there where nothing rendered for me, even at my own bases, so it was a bit frustrating, but this is probably the best I've ever had a build render in. One of this scale anyway, so. Hopefully I can get more detail in here before it wreaks havoc. Oh. I think of this as like a clothing store. I mean, really it goes deeper than just clothing. You're kind of doing body modification, but sort of like a clothing store, welcome center, laboratory. This needs a lot of detail, so I'll probably start over here right now, but I love that I can just save right there without having to put anything down. But yeah, I'm probably going to keep the stream brief today. I don't really do streaming very often, so yesterday I did a little bit of gameplay in Infamous, which I hadn't played that game in a long time. I think I already put those in here. So I've been off this build a couple days too, so I'm already forgetting what I've put down. And I don't like this pumpkin here. Huh. Could have swore I put the Gek terminal guy right here. Uh-oh. Hopefully it didn't just disappear. Okay. Well. Hopefully we don't have two there now, but... What's up, little dude? I like these Geks with the 4 eyes. And then there's another level here, but I didn't want to build the stupid ladder that you keep climbing up over and over again and hard to get off the floor, so I just have a little, you know, jetpack elevator up to here. Pretty basic, nothing too special. Yeah, PS5 is going to be sick. I'm sure this game is going to look a lot better on a PS5. I don't think this game was ever really going to run perfect on our current hardware. But I mean, this is definitely the smoothest it's ever been for me. Maybe we'll get lucky and a sandworm will pop out. There are some that they just jump clear over this place. This is meant to be the armor or the gun shop. Oh, really? Actually, that would be nice to have. Whoa. Oh, there it is. There it is. Where are you at? There it goes. Right over the base. Look the right way, quickly. There we go. I think the worms come more often than they used to as well, because when I first started building here, before the last update, they would come and you wouldn't see another worm again until you would reload the game, or, I mean, sometimes I would actually have to leave the system and come back into the system and reload to get a worm to appear. But now I feel like they show up, I don't know, between every 15 and 30 minutes for me. And I don't have to leave. You know, I'll stay here building, and it's almost like I'll go inside of a building, and then... Oh, really? Like, reload the save, like, to my last save? Like reload my manual save? Or do I have to, do I just get in the ship and get back out of the ship? Because that would be cool. Yeah, I've actually had it to where I'll be here building and, you know, it's almost like I go in a building and come out of a building and it'll pop out again. And the autosave, really? Well, that's good to know when I come and make a video of this place. I'm sure it's going to take multiple takes to do. I thought about building something. Look at these desks, by the way. Look at these screens that pop up. Why don't we have that? All these, they have these screens that pop up. I love that. And I like these chairs too. I mean, you still can't sit in them, but... Oh, I haven't seen the first episode of the new season. No spoilers, please. I loved the first season of it. Interesting. Yeah, the sandworms. Dude, that's one of my favorite things that they added. I don't care if they don't make a hole or do damage to anything. It's just a really cool animation. And I get excited every time, you know, one of them jumps over the build. Yeah, I actually don't know what I'm going to be building right now to add to this. I mean, I don't know where to start. I have a lot to do still, so... Really? Yeah, I gotta say, I don't think I've ever had it jump in the same spot twice. It always clears the build, so it always jumps clean over the build, but I think that's what the worm is meant to do. It's meant to jump over you. I wish we could change the day and night cycles in our build cam and make it a little bit easier to see what I'm doing sometimes. You know, what I was going to do was add a bunch of lights to this place. I might do that now. Yeah, I'm glad that one worm actually jumped over too. That was kind of cool. Oh yeah, the beetle sounds actually kind of freak me out every now and then. When I forget that they're there, you hear just a sound. And the ones on this planet are as big as a minivan, dude. I mean, they're pretty massive. I actually have two species of beetle here. One of them pop up very rarely back here. They're kind of smaller, different shaped beetles. Let's see if they'll pop in. They like this area for some reason. Is that them? No. Butterfly birds. Look at these guys. Huge. Yeah, but they're not very smart. They always end up halfway into my build. That's going to be fun when I'm trying to make the video and there's just beetles stuck inside of the walls. Alright, come on, stupid little beetles. Don't make me look bad. Show up. There's two species, man, I swear. There they are. These little guys. Tiny. And they have different shaped heads. Look at that. Oh, I didn't notice they had all these like, kind of horns on them. Little demon-looking things. They make the same loud sound even though they're like an eighth the size. But yeah, that's the first time I've ever seen two types of beetles in one place. I like this spot, it's pretty cool. I think before the update, you know, I wouldn't have built it a place like this that was so, I mean, it's not a desert, it's like one of those weird toxic planets, but normally I wouldn't build it a place like this. I think it was the fact that I found the two NPC buildings kind of in close proximity to the, you know, the big building, and then the beetles and shit. But sandworms, that's like my favorite part. Get a little music going here. Damn it, if I could get on it. There we go. I need to make buttons bigger or something. I don't know what that's about. Like, with the sweet spot on that button is just tiny. And I kept it to just 2 byte beats for this build because I already knew the render was going to be terrible, and anything more than that. See, as I walk away, it gets kind of choppy, which is normal. I'm actually surprised it's doing that well. I don't know if I can still hear it in here. Yeah, I put the 100% range on there, so they have reach. Sorry, I've been playing a bunch of other games, so I'm rusty with the menus. Oh, that's what I was gonna do. I'm all over the place. You know what? Somebody mentioned that tutorial. You know, it was during GT's stream last night. He streamed some Doom, and somebody mentioned, I think he might have mentioned that tutorial actually. No, I haven't seen that. I will check that out though. That'd be fun. That'd be fun to do a little DJ off, or just to see what somebody else can make. There's another guy I follow. He goes by No Man's Sky Guy on Instagram, but on the Amino, he's called the Byte Beat Guy. And this dude makes so many songs, and they're pretty good. They're pretty good. I like to make stuff that doesn't necessarily sound it was made using like chiptune sounds and all that, but it's hard. Most of them by default kind of sound like a Game Boy Color song. Forgot to put lights over here. How else are we gonna see? But yeah, I'm glad more people are using the byte beat. You know, Captain Steve was trying to get me for a while to do a tutorial. He'd mention it every time I was in his streams. You know, you should do tutorial. Like, I'm not good at making tutorials, so I probably would just do a stream and just talk about it in a stream or something and call that a tutorial. It's easier for me, I think, than sitting down and thinking about what all the steps are and everything. Oh yeah, Nico plays loads of Elite Dangerous these days, which I'll admit looks like a pretty fun game, but I'm holding out for Cyberpunk. That's my next purchase, and I've already got that purchased. I'm just waiting on it to eventually come out. Hopefully this year. We'll see. We'll see if it doesn't come out 2077. Yeah, I could. I'm just horrible at stuff like that. Like, I'm horrible at editing. Like, not so much bad at it, just bad at making the time to do it. I'm lazy, for one. That's probably my biggest issue. And then my laptop sucks at video editing. Like, it's an old business-grade laptop. I probably would have to do a lot of that on my phone. And I just don't like the apps I've used. A lot of them, like, will do 720p videos. They won't do 1080p, and then they try and, like, charge a bunch of money for, like, a full version, which I'm cheap. So, yeah. Yeah. I'm mainly just someone who does YouTube to, like, hang out with friends, I think. Like, I'm not a like, I'm not a streamer, really. I'm just kind of just chilling. I spend so much time doing stuff outside of this game. I think I just like to just kind of hang, you know. Oh, see, that I'm sure editing takes a lot of time. Actually, I'm kind of glad you're here because I was doing some wiring with these things. And is it just me, or does the wiring not work for proximity doors right now? It seems like I mean, it could just be a user error. But... yeah, you do a lot of and just like me. Like, I think the first stream I ever did, I think the first 12 minutes of it were me just, like, umming and and... yeah. Power inverter. I mean, I'm also bad at wiring things, so I always have to remember. You know what? I always end up having to watch one of your tutorials actually on how to do this. So I'll probably, yeah, dude. I don't know if you ever saw my first stream, but it's I might have deleted it actually by now. It was bad. It was just hard to listen to, but I think that's everybody. It's kind of always hard to listen to your own voice and to, you know, nobody likes the way they sound. See, I don't hear you saying that a lot. But then again, I mean, if you edit your videos, it probably wouldn't have a lot of that in there. Yeah, I definitely wish I had the time to stream more. I get lucky that, like, this is my free time after my kid's done with you know, the online school and stuff, and it's easier to stream, I think, than yeah, it's easier for me to stream than it is to sit down and edit a video, because I think it takes double the time, right? It takes the time to you know, for the streaming or the recording, and then it takes the time to edit it, and that's where I get lost. A lot of storms here today. I was gonna build something in here. Thought about using the new, the pustule-looking things. Yeah, I bet that's torture to sit there and listen to yourself. Like, I know for me it would be. Like, oh, jeez. I'm gonna make all of this silent and just put music. I need to get better at reading the things that people are saying too. Like, I can't do that. I can't read. I'm glad that you guys can all read, and you can read what you guys are saying. Maybe I'll do like Boyd does and do the Siri type voice that reads things. He's about the only person I know that does that, and it makes me laugh every time I hear it read. Oh yeah, I bet. I was reading somewhere that they have this new software that it's like an overdub, and it uses like deepfake technology, where it will listen to clips of you speaking like throughout your video, and then you can actually edit the audio with text to speech. So if you don't like what it says, maybe you said the wrong word, or maybe you pronounced it wrong, you can kind of highlight that part of the clip and then type in what you're supposed to say. I can't remember what it's called, but it's by the people who did Lyrebird, which is actually used to make deep fake with audio. They're not in here. Oh yeah, they are. It is. I actually recorded my voice, did some recordings through Lyrebird, and what was cool is they let you have a free, it's almost like a free text-to-speech voice, and they ended up discontinuing the free tier so they could do the, you know, what they're selling, but I'm not mad at that. Make your money. But it's a pretty cool technology. Got the texture going in there. I haven't used these much yet. That's going to be a problem on the texture there. I wonder how these look from behind. Yeah, it's more human. It's real. I mean, if your biggest problem when you're making a recording is that you mispronounce something, or, you know, that's not a big deal. Okay, now what else am I gonna stick in there? I mean, I guess I could do those lame jars with the things inside of them, but you know, I almost wish we had a terrarium like the way we do with the blobs, but with the little biological things. Little guys in a jar. I haven't used these either, but I don't like that base. Wish you could turn the base off. I could glitch it into something to hide it. I mean, this is my process. I'll sit here and kind of not know what I'm going to do until I do it, and then redo it. The plan is to have this section back here be, you know, more experiments. I don't know. Yeah, I think I might do that. Put it into the floor, but then I'm using these lame, you know, prefab parts. My mission was to kind of use all the building parts, like, you know, all the different little pieces, the basic parts, the, you know, when you visit a city, it's not all made of one thing. But, yeah, I might do that. I might find a way to, like, maybe I'll build a floor out of the basic parts or something. Whoops. I'm all over the place. Why is that? Why am I getting that? Is it not? Oh, okay, so if I put the switch, does that go away? No, so, but why? That's gonna bug me. And then, I mean, I really wish these kinds of things would disappear when you add the piece that gets rid of the wiring. Like, why is that there still? I mean, obviously it's attached. What side do I need to put that on? Right here. Alright, that's gonna bug me. I'm gonna put it further away so I won't see it. Yeah, I'll do this one. It'll only bug me when I see it from behind, I guess. Yeah, dude, I Zendesk. With every update, I put in a couple suggestions and my usual complaints, like, give me my orange screens back, and mainly about the orange screens. Which I know sounds like a stupid gripe, but, like, think about this, how many screens I've used on this build here alone. Like, I put a ton of screens in and I plan on putting more in. It'd be nice to have an orange screen, too, that kind of contrasts the blue and the green. And we had it before. Like, it's little stuff like that, that's just kind of like, you guys are adding some amazing stuff with these updates, but why haven't you fixed the orange screens, or the Hello Games decal, or, you know, I don't know if they fixed L-shaped desks for the other, you know, modes, because I know we here in Creative, we have that, we have L-shaped desks, but, I don't know. Little stuff like that, it just has me confused sometimes. Oh, the big garage doors, exactly. Any of those big doors would have been great. Cuboid windows. Which cuboid windows? Was there another type? I've still got these here. Okay, gotcha. Yeah. I need to repaint this too. I just realized this is white. Yep. Hello Games definitely has a bunch they could still fix. But maybe that's stuff that will... maybe we need next gen to get those orange screens. I have no idea. I'm really hoping they give us that, though. And again, it's a small complaint, but that's, I mean, that's the gripe that I have. I want my orange screens back, man. I'd love to slap that Hello Games decal on some builds, you know? And I've had the game for quite a while now. Never had that decal. Never had the Hello Games decal. No, that's not what I want to do. But I mean, who's using this light? Let's turn that off. Okay, you can't turn it off, but there's an option to turn it off. I didn't build this light, so that's weird. Like, why give me the option? Look at these drunk beetles. That's not where you go, man. What are you doing? I wish we could ride those damn beetles, man. Look, they're here just to mock me. And also, you know what I've noticed? If I was to build one of these, which obviously wouldn't be orange, I'm stuck with the blue ones. But if I build one, and I walk away, that thing disappears. Well, how come that one doesn't disappear, man? Like, something's up, Hello Games. Why can't we have non-disappearing orange screen thingies that come down? Come on. Oh, I bet that made an amazing screenshot. That's a nice looking gun. Figures. And I like these screens too. They're longer and they have this text. I would love that as a building. I mean, my hope is that one day we get all of these pieces, right? We get the chairs that you can actually sit in. Could they exist? You know, maybe we'll get these little plants here, these individual planters. Maybe we'll get these seats. You know, these parts exist in this game. So someday, hopefully, we'll get them. Yeah. I wonder what the story is on that too, and I wonder, because it did say more massive, you know, player builds. So does that mean that we're gonna be able to, like, will there be a limit on pieces, and you know, what are they going to extend that to? I mean, it already feels like look at these lights here. Like normally, if I walk, so I'm right here, they're all in there. My last build that I built, that style, you know, lantern on, if I got about this far, they would already disappear. They're all there still. They sometimes disappear in camera mode still, but I'm on base PlayStation, and this place is rendering nicely. Normally, at this point, I would have stuff, you know, disappearing. I would have, starting with those lights. Those lights were always the first thing to go. I do have a couple decals here that are gone. My pirate symbol. Got the red X is gone, but still, like, that's kind of awesome that that's rendering still. Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna get much building done, man. I don't think I'm capable of building and talking at the same time. Yeah, I bet. I bet you're right on that. I bet you're right on that, man. Might be what they've meant to by, you know, future things to come and stuff that... Because I guarantee you they've had someone working on that. Which we could definitely use more detail, man. Just... Yeah, still have the vignette thing. Vignette. However it's pronounced. We're Americans. We pronounce almost every silent syllable, every silent letter. Vignette. But yeah, it's, you have to go in there every time to get rid of it. And nobody asked for that. But they'll get rid of it. They fixed the you know, the auto torch that nobody wanted. They got rid of that, so hopefully they'll get rid of that too. Time will tell. Also, something I've noticed that's been happening. I mean, look at this. Look at the grass. That's terrible. Even worse, if I go into photo mode, all of it disappears. And actually, if I don't even move the camera, it will just eventually start disappearing. Look at that. It does not make for good screenshots. It just looks like, I don't know, it looks like I flattened this whole area out and the grass just hasn't grown back. So, kind of lame on that. You gotta take a screen. If you want to take a screenshot, you gotta do it really fast before the grass disappears. Yeah, that's the issue I think that I have with Cyberpunk right now. You know, that game was supposed to come out back in April for current gen, and I think they got greedy when they were pushing their time frame back, and they were like, oh, well, you know, if we're gonna have a November release, let's go ahead and release for next gen. And I think that's why they had to postpone again till December 10th, because they put a lot of focus on you know, next gen, and they were saying that it renders so nicely on PC and next gen, but it still doesn't look right on a PS4 or Xbox One. And that was a worry that I've had for a while, because I've noticed that all the gameplay footage they showed was all high-end PC game footage. You know, nobody has, still to this point, nobody's really seen what it looks like on a base PS4 or base Xbox. So, I don't know. If they had just continued on as they'd planned, you know, and not got greedy and said we're going to do next gen 2, we would have that game right now. See, I want the grass to be there in my screenshots, because it adds to that effect of, you know, it's kind of a not well maintained. You know, people still live here, people still shop here, but they don't take good care of it because they got that thing over there. What do they need this for? This is where the worms are at. Yeah, I'm probably going to get off here shortly. Thank you guys for hanging out. Appreciate that. I don't stream often, so it's kind of cool that people are actually here to check it out. Save game and hop out of here. Yeah, thank you guys for stopping by. I'll probably do another stream again eventually one day. Yeah, thanks for stopping by, dude. Actually, I'm still on if you want to hang out and game or just chat. But anyway, guys, that's my stream. Catch you guys later. And now I don't know how to turn the stream off. So that's cool.